Good morning, dear students. Let's start with the second video of the elements, compounds and mixtures. So today you are going to know more about what is an element, what is a compound. Here you can see hydrogen gas. It's an element. As you can see, it is made up of molecules containing the same atoms. Only one type of atom appears in hydrogen gas. Water, it's a compound. It is made up of molecules with two atoms, two kinds of atoms. Air, it's a mixture. It is made up of different atoms of compounds. Now, what is an element? Element is a substance composed of a single kind of atom. Cannot be broken down into another substance by chemical or physical means. Although it is now a known fact that atom consists of electrons, protons and neutrons, but it cannot be separated very easily. Here you can see the first 20 elements. They are numbered according to the number or the electrons they have. Like hydrogen, number 2 is helium, number 3 lithium, 4 beryllium, 5 boron, 6 carbon, 7 nitrogen, 8 oxygen, 9 fluorine, 10 neon, 11 sodium, 12 magnesium, 13 aluminium, 14 silicon, 15 phosphorus, 16 sulfur, 17 chlorine, 18 argon, 19 potassium, 20 is calcium. What are symbols of elements? Each element, they are represented by symbol denoted by one or two letters of English alphabet. So, sometimes the symbols of elements contain the first initial letter of the name the element possesses. However, when the first letter of more than one element is same, the symbol is denoted by two letters. First letter is written in capital while the second is written in small letter. Like carbon, it's originally written as C, but calcium, it is written as Ca. Similarly, chlorine is written as Cl. These symbols also represent an atom of that element. Like H represents the element hydrogen as well as one atom of hydrogen. Number 4. Some symbols have been taken from the names of elements in Latin, German or Greek. Example, the symbol of iron is Fe from its Latin name ferrum. Sodium is Na from natrium. Potassium is K from kalium. Therefore, each element has a name and a unique chemical symbol. A chemical element is a pure substance that consists of one type of atom. Each atom has an atomic number, which represents the number of protons that are in the nucleus of a single atom of an element. In the next slide, you are going to know about what is an atom. See, the older concept of atom was it is an indivisible particle, but atom has electrons in the outermost orbit and it composes of protons and neutrons, and that is also in the nucleus of the atom. Let us classify what are elements. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. Metals. Metals are the very hard solids. Most of the elements known to us are metals like gold, silver, copper, aluminium, iron, zinc, tin, lead, etc. Non-metals. Non-metals are very less in number in comparison to metals. They are not including the inert gases, but there are only 11 non-metals known to us. Example, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, chlorine, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. Metalloids. These elements show properties of metals and some properties of non-metals, that is in between the metals and non-metals. They are hard solids. Example, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony and tellurium. Inert or noble gases. These elements do not react chemically with other elements or compounds, so they are known as noble or inert gases. Examples: there are only 6 in number: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Compounds. What are compounds? A compound is a substance that contains two or more elements bonded together. They can be broken down into simpler substances by chemical means, but the elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical means. So, what are the compounds that you see in nature? The most common compound is water. It is containing one atom of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen, that makes water. Similarly, carbon dioxide. You know, children, plants give out oxygen and breathe in carbon dioxide, that carbon dioxide. What does it contain? It contains one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Ammonia is another compound. It contains one atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen peroxide. It contains two atoms of hydrogen and oxygen each. So, now can you guess who are the compounds and can you differentiate it from the element? Like Na, sodium, what is it? An element. H2. H2 is having two same atoms of hydrogen, that's a molecule. CO2. Two different atoms, like of one of carbon and two of oxygen, that is a compound. FeS, ferrous sulfide. It is containing one atom of iron and one atom of sulfur, that is a compound. So I would expect students, you find out more of the elements and compounds and jot them down into a notebook. Now you can see here the periodic table of the elements. Periodic table is a tabular arrangement which contains sequentially, according to their atomic number, the elements. So the location of metals, nonmetals, metalloids and noble gases, they are given. See, the elements on the left and middle, they are the metals excepting hydrogen. Elements on the right are nonmetals. Metalloids form the narrow stair-step area between the metals and nonmetals. The last group, or the 18th group, is the inert gases. So this table picturizes the elements which are classified as a whole according to metals, nonmetals, metalloids and noble gases. So we will be reading further in the higher classes what is a periodic table. Now let us compare between the metals, nonmetals, metalloids and noble gases. Metals, these elements, they have metallic luster. Nonmetals, they don't have any luster. Metalloids, these elements have properties of both metals and nonmetals, that is in between. Noble gases are chemically not reactive, they are inert. Metals mostly are hard solids. Non-metals, they can be soft solids, liquids and gases. Noble gases, they are all gases. Metals, malleable and ductile, that is they can either be beaten into sheets and also drawn into wires. Non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. Metalloids, they don't show any of these properties. Noble gases, they also don't show any of these properties. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Non-metals are the bad conductors of heat and electricity. Metalloids and noble gases, they don't exhibit any of these properties. They are sonorous, and non-metals are not sonorous, that is they produce sound on hitting. You can see examples of metals are iron, gold, silver, anything. Non-metals, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, bromine. Metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic and antimony. These are the metalloids. And the noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, they do not react. These are the noble gases. There are exceptions in metals as well as non-metals. Like sodium and potassium are very soft metals. They can be cut with knife. Mercury is a liquid metal. Zinc is brittle in nature, that is, it can be broken easily. Tungsten is a poor conductor of electricity. Iron and graphite in non-metals, they are lustrous. See the exception? Carbon fiber is ductile, that is, it can be beaten into wire. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity, and the hardest substance ever known, that is naturally occurring, is diamond. So students, this is all for this today's video. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.